The orphanage stood at the edge of the city, surrounded by tall gray walls and broken trees inside it. Children lived together, laughed, cried, and dreamed, but not all dreams were treated the same. In one quiet corner, near a dusty window, sat a little girl in a wheelchair. Her name was Anna. She was 10 years old, small for her age, with fragile hands and eyes that watched everything silently. Anna had been at the orphanage for as long as she could remember. She did not know who brought her there, or why her legs did not work. All she knew was that from the moment she arrived, people looked at her differently, not with hatred, not even with anger, but with something worse. Indifference. Every morning the bell rang, and children jumped from their beds, racing to the washroom, pushing each other, laughing loudly. Anna waited until the noise faded, then slowly turned the wheels of her chair. Her hands were used to the rough metal. Her palms had small scars from years of pushing herself underneath. Caretakers were always busy. They fed the children, dressed them, taught them, and cleaned after them. Anna needed help to move faster, help to reach shelves, help to go outside, so most days she stayed where she was. No one said she could not go. They simply forgot to ask. When visitors came, Anna noticed the pattern. Couples entered with hopeful smiles. Their eyes scanned the room, stopping at bright faces, strong arms, quick legs. They knelt, hugged, laughed. Anna practiced smiling too. She sat straight, fixed her hair, and waited, but the visitors walked past her chair as if it was part of the furniture. Learned not to cry. Crying made people uncomfortable, and discomfort made them leave. Fostrana loved the window. From there she could see the road, cars, people, and sometimes children walking with their parents. She imagined herself among them. She imagined standing, running, falling, and getting back up in her mind. She was free. On afternoon, the director announced an important guest. A billionaire donor was coming to visit the orphanage. Excitement filled the halls. The caretakers rushed around. Children were dressed in their best clothes. The floors were cleaned. The air smelled of soap, and Strazana was placed back near the window as usual. Out of the way, she heard whispers about the man. Some said he was cold, some said he gave money, but never time. Anna did not expect anything rich. People never noticed girls like her. The door opened quietly. The man walked in without guards, without loud greetings. He was tall, with calm eyes that looked like they carried many stories. Instead of shaking hands, he walked slowly through the orphanage, listening to children talk about their dreams, doctors, teachers, athletes, artists. He nodded politely. Thought he stopped not because someone called him, but because he felt something. His eyes landed on Anosh, felt it immediately, that strange feeling of being seen. Her fingers tightened on the wheels. Her heart began to race. She lowered her gaze, expecting him to move on, like everyone else about he did. Noth walked closer and crouched in front of her, until they were at the same level. What is your name? He asked, softly. Anna swallowed. Anna, how old are you? Tendo, you like it? Haresh hesitated, then spoke the truth. It is quiet. Why are you sitting alone? Alone. Anna looked around at the room full of children, then back at her hands. Because I am sloth. Man frowned, not in anger, but in sadness. Woe. Told you that no one, she said quickly. Everyone shows. Methroom fell silent. Caretakers froze. Children stopped talking. The man took a deep breath. What do you like to do? Anna? I like stories, she said, surprised by her own courage. I make them in my head. Tell me one, he said. Anna looked at the window, then back at him, and began to speak. She told a story about a girl with wings hidden inside her heart. Wings no one could see, she told. How the girl could not walk, but she could fly in dreams over oceans, mountains, and cities. She spoke softly, but her words were alive. When she finished, the man stood up. His eyes were wet. Hank, you, Anna, you reminded me of someone I used to know. Believing, he turned to the director and asked quietly, why has this child never been given a chance? One answered. At night, Anna lay awake, staring at the ceiling. Something felt different. She did not know what, but for the first time hope crept into her chest, carefully, like it was afraid to break it. Next morning, Anna was taken somewhere new. Doctors examined her gently. Therapists spoke kindly. They did not promise miracles, but they promised effort. She received a new wheelchair. Light and smooth books filled her small room. Teachers came just for her. Children began sitting beside her, asking questions, listening to her stories. She was no longer near the window. She was in the center. Weeks later, the man returned. At this time, he did not walk past her. He walked toward her with a smile. Grew up invisible too, he told her. People saw my broken shoes, not my dreams. I will not let the same happen to Joanna. Did not suddenly walk. She did not magically stand, but she rolled forward into a life where she made her Aden somewhere inside her wings, slowly began to grow. Weeks passed, and Anna's life continued to change in ways she had never imagined before. Every morning she woke up not to silence, but to voices calling her name. Children waited for her. Teachers planned lessons around her. Therapists encouraged her. With patience and smiles, Billionaire, whose name she learned was Mr. Daniel, did not disappear after his promise. He visited often, sometimes quietly, sometimes staying for hours. He never brought expensive gifts. Instead, he brought time. He listened to her stories, asked about her thoughts, and treated her like someone important. Anna learned that Mr. Daniel had grown up poor, moving from shelter to shelter, invisible to the world just like her. He told her that success did not come from walking fast, but from believing deeply. Therapy was hard. Her arms ached, her back hurt, and some days she felt tired and angry. She wondered why she had to work so hard, just to do what others did. Without thinking, on those days, Mr. Daniel sat beside her and said, "Strength is not measured by legs, it is measured by heart." Slowly, Anna grew stronger, not just in her body, but in her mind. She learned to transfer herself from the wheelchair to a chair. She learned to move with confidence. She learned to speak. Upon afternoon, a group of visitors came again, potential adopters. Anna felt the old fear return. She watched children line up. She remembered how it felt to be ignored, but this time something was different. She was not placed near the window. She was right there, among everyone. A woman stopped in front of her and smiled. "Hello, what is your name?" Anna answered clearly. Anna, the woman, knelt and asked about her books, her stories, her dreams. Anna spoke without fear. When the woman left, Anna did not cry. Even if she was not chosen, she felt proud. Later that evening, Anna overheard two caretakers talking. They said, "This place has changed since that man came. Children like Anna are being seen." No, Anna smiled to herself. Months passed, and the orphanage itself transformed. Ramps were built, classrooms improved. Children with disabilities were no longer hidden, they were encouraged. The orphanage became a place of possibility. Evening, Mr. Daniel brought surprising news. "Anna," he said, "would you like to live with Moher? Breathcott live with Yonet as charity," he said, but as family tears rolled down her cheeks. She had dreamed of this moment so many times, yet it felt unreal. "You're sure?" she asked softly. "Have never been more sure of anything." Into his home was overwhelming. The rooms were big, the air felt different, but Mr. Daniel made sure she felt safe. He adjusted everything to her needs. He never made her feel like a burden. Anna attended school for the first time. Other children stared at her wheelchair, but she did not hide. She raised her hand, spoke confidently, and shared her stories. Teachers noticed, her classmates listened. On day, during a school presentation, Anna stood in front of the class with help and told her story, not of pain but of hope. She said, "I was invisible once, but being seen changed everything." The room was silent, then filled with applause. Aries passed. Anna grew into a young girl with a powerful voice. She became an advocate for children like her. She spoke at events, wrote stories, and inspired thousands. She never forgot the orphanage she visited, often rolling through the halls, smiling at children sitting near windows, reminding them they mattered. Daniel watched her with pride, knowing the true wealth he gained was not money, but purpose. Anna never walked the way others did, but she traveled farther than most, and the girl once ignored became the light others followed.